God has an urgent warning for you today. There's someone in your life right now who appears safe and trustworthy, but God is revealing their true nature to protect you from serious harm. This isn't your imagination or paranoia speaking. This is divine intervention alerting you to immediate danger. The person you've been trusting has hidden motives that could destroy your peace, steal your joy, and damage your spiritual well-being. God is sounding the alarm because He sees what's coming and wants to shield you from it. This message arrives at the perfect moment when you still have time to protect yourself from someone who means you harm. As you hear these words, know that God sees the threat this person poses to your life in ways you haven't recognized yet. It's natural to feel shocked or resistant when warned about someone you trust, but remember that God's vision reaches far beyond what human eyes can see. This warning is your divine protection working to save you from emotional, spiritual, or even physical harm that's heading your way. You're receiving this message because there's still time to create distance and build walls of protection, even when your mind struggles to accept that someone close could be dangerous. Trust that this warning comes from pure love, because God values your safety more than your comfort. Ignoring this alert could lead to devastating consequences that will take years to heal from. As you think about the people in your inner circle, pay attention to how your spirit reacts when you're around them. Just like a smoke detector warns of fire before flames appear, your inner alarm system has been trying to get your attention about this person's true nature. Look for signs of emotional manipulation, constant drama, or the way they make you question your own judgment and worth. Just like a wolf disguises itself in sheep's clothing, this person has mastered the art of appearing harmless while secretly feeding on your energy and peace. Notice how you feel drained, anxious, or confused after spending time with them, even when the conversation seemed pleasant on the surface. These aren't random feelings. They're spiritual warning signals that something is deeply wrong. This person may smile to your face while plotting behind your back, or they might use your kindness and trust as weapons against you. God is pulling back the curtain on their deception before they can cause irreparable damage to your life. This warning about the dangerous person in your life is more than just practical advice. It's a spiritual test of your ability to discern truth from lies. It's time for you to connect with your inner wisdom and find the courage to see past friendly facades and charming masks. Face this revelation with spiritual maturity, knowing that not everyone who claims to love you actually has your best interests at heart. There's a divine plan working in your life, and sometimes that plan includes exposing wolves who have been hiding among your sheep. Difficult truths about people might be painful to accept, but see them as chances to grow in spiritual wisdom and protection. Every person who shows their true colors becomes a lesson that makes you stronger and more discerning. When relationships feel confusing or draining, reach out in prayer for clarity about people's real intentions. God is always ready to give you the spiritual vision to see through deception and the strength to act on what He reveals. In your prayers, you'll find the courage to face uncomfortable truths about those closest to you. As we've discussed recognizing spiritual danger in your relationships, I want to help you stay protected with ongoing divine guidance. If these warnings about dangerous people resonate with your spirit, and you've felt that inner alarm about someone in your life, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to receive more spiritual protection and divine warnings. Pay close attention to the signs God has been sending you about this dangerous person. These aren't coincidences or overthinking. They are divine red flags waving frantically to get your attention. You might notice sudden anxiety attacks when they call or text, nightmares after spending time with them, or a heavy feeling in your chest when they're around. Your body becomes a spiritual detector, picking up on negative energy that your mind hasn't fully processed yet. You might find yourself making excuses to avoid them, or feeling relief when plans get canceled. Other people in your life may have dropped hints or expressed concerns about this person, but you dismissed their warnings because you wanted to believe the best. Notice how conversations with this person often leave you feeling confused, guilty, or questioning your own memory of events. They might twist your words, play victim when confronted, or use your secrets against you during arguments. Watch for patterns of lies that don't add up, stories that change each time they tell them, or behavior that doesn't match their words. These signs aren't accidents. They're God's way of showing you someone's true character before they can cause maximum damage. Trust these divine warnings even when your heart wants to give them another chance. Remember, you're not defenseless against this dangerous person who has been hiding in your life. God has surrounded you with an army of protection, including guardian angels, spiritual guides, and divine warriors, all working to keep you safe from harm. This warning itself is proof that you're being watched over and protected. Before serious damage occurs, you have access to spiritual shields that can block negative energy, toxic manipulation, and emotional attacks from those who wish you harm. Prayer becomes your most powerful weapon against people who operate in darkness and deception. When you call on God's name, you activate heavenly protection that no earthly force can penetrate. This revelation about the dangerous person is divine intervention happening at exactly the right moment to save you from a devastating betrayal or attack. Feel grateful for this early warning system because it shows how precious you are to God. Every step you take to distance yourself from this threat brings you closer to the peace and safety you deserve. The universe is actively working to remove harmful people from your path. Divine timing. God's perfect scheduling is working in your situation with this dangerous person right now. When you receive a warning about someone's true nature at exactly the moment when you're strong enough to handle the truth and take action, that's sacred timing protecting your life. These moments prove you're connected to God's protective plan, living under divine guidance even when facing deception from those you trusted. As these red flags about this person become impossible to ignore, let them build your confidence in your spiritual discernment abilities. Each warning sign confirms that you're being guided away from harm and toward safety. Pay attention to how these revelations unfold and appreciate the perfect timing of each discovery. They aren't random relationship problems. They're part of a loving plan to free you from someone who could destroy your peace. Keep your spirit open to these divine revelations about people in your life. The more you trust these warnings, the clearer your path to safety becomes. Just as you receive these divine warnings about dangerous people who threaten your well-being, your support helps us continue sharing life, saving spiritual guidance with others who might be trapped in harmful relationships. A small super thanks of $5, $10, or $20 allows these urgent warnings to reach people who desperately need protection from those who would deceive and harm them. As you prepare to distance yourself from this dangerous person, believe that this spiritual battle can lead to incredible growth in your discernment abilities. Just like gold becomes pure when refined by fire, your spirit becomes stronger and wiser when tested by people who try to deceive you. God allows these challenges to enter your life to teach you how to recognize spiritual predators and protect yourself from future attacks. Focus on building your spiritual armor because that divine protection is what carries you through relationships with people who have hidden agendas. When you stay connected to God's truth and keep your heart open to His warnings, amazing transformation begins inside you. You develop spiritual radar that can detect deception from miles away, and you learn to trust your inner voice above charming words or fake tears. Every step you take toward honoring these divine warnings brings you closer to becoming a spiritual warrior who cannot be easily fooled or manipulated. Your authentic connection with God becomes your greatest weapon against those who would try to use your kindness against you. As you prepare to create distance from this dangerous person, Make it a daily habit to declare, "I am divinely protected from all harm and deception." Speak these words with absolute faith each morning before facing the world. This powerful affirmation creates an energetic shield around you that toxic people cannot penetrate or manipulate. When doubt creeps in about whether you're overreacting, or when this person tries to gaslight you into believing you're imagining things, pause and reconnect with your spiritual center. Use this quiet time to cleanse your energy field and ask God to reveal any hidden motives or future threats. Trust that divine wisdom is working everything out for your protection, and begin each day thanking God for opening your eyes to danger before it was too late. When you fill your mind with prayers of protection and gratitude for divine warnings, you create a sacred space where deception cannot take root. Your spiritual discernment becomes sharper with each prayer, and your confidence in God's protective guidance grows stronger every day. During this spiritual battle with a dangerous person, you're not just protecting yourself, you're also becoming someone who can help others recognize similar threats in their lives. This experience offers you a chance to demonstrate God's protective love by sharing your story and warning others about spiritual predators. Each day gives you new opportunities to strengthen your discernment abilities and offer hope to those who might be trapped in toxic relationships. As you pray for protection and seek God's guidance, remember to connect with trusted friends who can support you through this difficult revelation. Your courage to face uncomfortable truths can inspire others who are afraid to admit they're in danger. Use your testimony to bring light into someone else's darkness and confusion. Embrace each day as an opportunity to build a community of spiritually aware believers who protect each other from deception. Together we become stronger, supporting one another through prayer and shared wisdom, creating a network of faith that stands firm against all spiritual attacks. In closing, as we face the reality of dangerous people in our lives and whatever challenges that brings, let's move forward with divine protection and spiritual wisdom. Be prepared to welcome God's continued warnings about threats to your well-being. Face difficult conversations with spiritual strength and recognize the blessing of divine discernment. In your relationships, trust in the power of prayer and in God's constant watchfulness over your life. You are walking toward complete safety, surrounded by divine love and guided by spiritual truth. Keep declaring, "I am divinely protected from all harm and deception," and watch as God's protection shields you from every threat that comes your way. If this message has helped you recognize a dangerous person in your life or strengthened your spiritual discernment, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more divine protection and spiritual warnings. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a warning or blessing that could save your life. When you share this message with others, you multiply God's protection and help people escape from harmful relationships before it's too late. Each person who receives this warning through you becomes part of your spiritual legacy of protection and safety. Dear Lord, please give us the wisdom to recognize dangerous people and the courage to distance ourselves from those who would harm us. Protect us from deception and surround us with your divine safety. Amen. If this message has opened your eyes to a threat in your life or confirmed your spiritual instincts about someone dangerous, consider showing your appreciation with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Your support helps us continue sharing these life-saving divine warnings with others who desperately need spiritual protection. Please share in the comments what experiences you've had with dangerous people and what spiritual protection topics you'd like to hear about in our next video. Your stories and suggestions help us bring you the divine guidance and protection you need most.